My mic was mute. Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Andrew Rivera. My mic was accidentally muted as I was changing around some wiring and stuff here before we started. My name is Andrew Rivera, alongside my Steam panel this week. A week before Christmas. What were we, 5 days away from Christmas now?
Yep.
Alex Knight, Miss Witchy Perfect, and the people in the chat. So we have Indy. Who are these people? That's a good question. And Walker Colt says Venezuela wouldn't last 30 minutes in a war with the U.S. We'll see.
I'm wondering. I was going to ask Walker. Do you mean that as in you're anti-Venezuela, or that you're saying that you don't feel good about Venezuela's chances on the U.S. coup over there? Because I'm a little confused by that statement.
If you're still there, yeah, because quite frankly, I don't know how long they would last. I mean, I think what would happen in an invasion is the Venezuelans would do what the Viet Cong did during the Vietnam War, guerrilla warfare. They're going to hide out. They're going to attack the U.S. military and run right back to their holes. And they'll do it again and again and again and again until same thing with the Viet Cong did until they finally drove the U.S. out of their homeland. It took 15 years, but eventually, they would drive them out of their homeland. So that's what would happen in Venezuela too, is my prediction. So if there's an invasion, it's going to be a long-term war. This is not something that was going to end within a week or two. That's not
What
going
did
to happen.
Julian Assange tell us? This is not. They're not in to win it. They're in it to get forever wars. So if you're anti-Venezuela, we have nothing to discuss because I have nothing nice to say to you. We shouldn't be in Venezuela in the first place. The only reason why we are there is because they want the oil, they want the resources. And
Not the
I
mic.
think,
Not the mic.
yeah, we're definitely in it not to win it, but as Julian Assange says, we're in it for these forever wars that we don't belong in the first place. And enough is enough. My tax dollars are going towards that shit, and I don't
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Give me some of the pain and let me die.
I didn't hear what
All right.
was.
It was from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
Give me some of the pain
for the pain
and let me die.
and let me die. All right. So we got a lot to talk about because yesterday, the president gave his Christmas address, which was like
before
18
we
minutes.
start, I just want to say a couple things. One,
Okay.
I just want to say a couple things first. One, hopefully we can
Okay.
go over this segment from what Erica Kirk said last night in that Turning Point USA event or whatever that was called, when she was talking about I'll even hold the back of your head to Joy Reid. I'm sure you saw that post that I posted.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. But the other thing I wanted to say is, unfortunately, last night, Indy also knows about this, and also Reef knows about this person. Last night, yesterday, the NASCAR community lost Greg Biffle. He was killed in a plane crash. Like I said,
Oh my
Indy
gosh.
knows who he is. Also, Reef.
Oh, wow.
Greg Biffle. Reef covered. I believe Greg Biffle was part of helping the what was it, the hurricane last year, whatever it was
Okay.
on in what, North or South Carolina or whatever state that was. Yeah, he was a big part of helping that.
Well,
And unfortunately, he was killed in a plane crash with his family as well. So rest in peace, Greg Biffle.
oh well.
Yeah.
Well, bad to hear. I mean, I did see. Oops, I did see in one of the chats that that you. I think you may have posted it, but
Yeah, I was posting it to
um.
about it.
All right, so I guess I was saying the president gave his primetime address at 9 o'clock last night. Allegedly, there was supposed to be an announcement that we were invading Venezuela. That didn't happen. Trump went off on an 18-minute rambling speech. That he claimed that he was the best and everything going right under him, and he's still blaming Joe Biden, even though he's been out of office nearly a year now. So
He's been worse than I thought he was going to be as president. Not saying he was going to be good, but I just holy shit, this is way worse than I thought.
Yeah, I congratulated myself by literally saying I'm the best, I'm the king, rah
yeah,
rah rah
that's
me.
what it
Go
was.
fuck
Like,
yourself,
ooh,
dude. Everybody's in
I watched,
shambles.
Of course, he
I
made
watched
it.
that.
He
Go
made
ahead.
he made it about himself when he was posting about Rob Reiner. You know, it was saying,
Well, yeah,
"Oh,
that too. That
Trump
was
engagement syndrome." Like, so what? That doesn't matter. He was still a famous actor director.
Rob Reiner.
Director, yeah.
He was murdered, or him and his wife were murdered allegedly by his son because his son was arrested. I said allegedly, he gets been convicted, but yeah, pretty much we all know it by his son. So now he's about to go on trial for the murder of his dad. How do you murder your parents? You must have been speculating here, but this kid must have been to the point where when his parents said no more money, that's when he decided to murder them.
He had been going with mental problems, or like he was going through rehab or something.
I know, yeah, he's been. I read that he was going to rehab. He tried to go into rehab a few times. He went. So another classic multimillionaire son or child that has all these drug issues and alcohol issues and stuff, and his parents pretty much supporting him. It seemed like so. And we've seen this one too many times where the spoiled kids of rich people end up killing their parents because their parents finally said no to their money.
He's just upset because he got caught. That's the thing, is they usually never get caught because they just blame it on a poor person.
Yeah. A long-time listener says, "Old man president yelling at cloud." That's what that speech was, basically.
Yeah.
From Trump last night. I thought it'd be an announcement of an invasion. Okay, this is something interesting. You know, nope. 18 minutes of this rambling on is I just wasted 18 minutes of my life.
Get off my lawn, you know that.
Instead of watching something. Instead of watching something that
I'm not sure if Trump is even going to make it after 2028. I'm not even sure about that.
Yeah, that's if he doesn't die in office.
Well, I just mean because I just don't know with all the negativity around him, the way he just keeps fucking up and embarrassing himself.
But we're winning, MAGA. We're winning. Isn't MAGA winning? Are we tired of winning yet? Nobody can fucking buy groceries.
You may even get tired of winning.
Bill says that the U.S. is launching strikes in Syria right now. Yeah, I did read about that. We're going to get to that.
Wait a minute.
We're literally funding both sides. They're striking
Syria even though they have a different leader there? What?
Of course. They're going to play both sides.
Assad must be laughing his ass off right now.
I mean, at this point, literally oh, geez. It's like we literally funded both sides, and then you have fucking Fox News going, "My God, look, we decimated Somalia, and it's all Somalia's fault. Now we're bringing in all these refugees. Can you believe it? We're actually bringing in refugees.
I am guided by the beauty of our missiles."
Literally, yeah. On Fox News, they're literally like, "Can you believe it that we're actually taking in refugees of of a country that we fucking bombed?" We used to send food to Somalia, you idiots. Now we send bombs, you fucking morons. I can't watch Fox News. I'm like, Dad, turn it off. Turn it off because I will throw something into the damn TV.
Any mainstream media, period.
Yes, more dick sucking. That is what I recommend.
Yeah, I figured we would start here. There's a trend among people taking old Walmart receipts that people drop on the ground, going back in, getting those items and pretending they paid for it. And it works, apparently. Some people made it work. But here's the thing, this is stupid because you're recording yourself doing it. It's like, yeah, let me record myself committing a crime and stealing. So this is not the brilliant idea they think it is. All right, let's see.
Oh, no way. Let's see, they got Rice Krispie treats. They got chocolate rice cakes. And they got a Diet Coke.
No, don't drink Diet Coke.
Come on, receiver. Yep, have a good one. This might be unpatchable.
Except that you recorded yourself doing it, you moron.
But, I mean, to be honest, they're showing how easy this is to do this. But not only is he recording himself, but he also, there are cameras outside of Walmart. So he was actually being filmed outside of Walmart, literally going through the trash. Yeah. So, I mean, whereas I don't like Walmart, fuck Walmart. I see why people are doing this. Have you seen the price of groceries? They've more than tripled. I haven't
Yeah,
been
it's
in a
it.
Walmart for 6 months
But
because I
groceries
can't.
are down, prices are down. You know?
I have not been to a Walmart where I actually bought something in over a year because I can't afford it. I don't make
Yep.
enough.
Well,
Wow,
don't
the
use the
chat is
word
more busy.
affordability. Don't use it. It's a hoax.
The chat is more busy than I imagined right before Christmas. Let me see. Longtime listener says, if Trump doesn't want Somalis invading America, then Trump shouldn't invade Somalia and bomb it.
I
We'll get
agree.
to
That's
that
what I was
too.
trying to tell my dad. And my dad was putting the star up. I got a little, and yes, okay, go ahead, laugh at me. But it literally, we got a tree with like, fake berries and fake pine cones and stuff. It's a fake tree. All right, so sue me. But I found on Amazon this really cool Wiccan star that goes on top and it matches the tree, right? It has fake cherries on it and it has, it looks like, it's been on a tree before, right? So he's putting up the star and I'm yelling at the TV because I can't stand it. They're literally like, I can't believe that we have taken in these refugees and that's just asking for trouble. I said, you bombed their fucking country, you dumb fuck. What did you expect? You literally ravaged their home and then say, God damn these referees, excuse me, these refugees. Damn these refugees. They're always causing trouble. Why don't we just stop doing that?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you stop bombing their fucking country, you fucking morons? What a fucking idea.
Soon he's gonna run out of fucking bombs.
Oh my God. He's trying to be
Well,
Obama 2.0.
We've done that before under Obama. I wanted also to play this. This is a man who broke his arm or leg or not leg. Jesus, his hand, and his boss he called off from work, and his boss called him and said, we need you to come in, broken hand and all. Like, we don't care about you. So,
he can't work.
yeah, this boss is like a total like prick.
Today was an all hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
I know you allegedly broke your hand.
Allegedly.
Look at that.
Allegedly.
And he should.
Reminder, the only acceptable reason they call out is an illness that is contagious. Otherwise, you're expected to show up. Catering orders all day. We're going out late, left and right. I'm not telling you that to feel guilty.
Yes, he is.
Yes, you are.
Yes, yeah, what he's
Or you
doing.
wouldn't
He's
have
trying
to
to make him
say
feel
it.
guilty.
Yeah, or you wouldn't say it.
You, when one of our team members is down, the whole team feels it. So call me back.
Well, that's your problem, fucker.
I'm not calling you back.
Then and literally hire more people. If one
I'm
person
not
is
calling
out,
you
if
back.
you have a fucking problem with
I
it,
just quit the job then.
yeah. I mean, if you need, if one person is down and it takes down your whole fucking business, then you need to either hire more people or call it a day. Don't be a business. Because that's ridiculous. What if he broke his leg? So they expect him to drive with a fucking broken leg? Go fuck yourself. Go eat a dick.
Oh, also, I also want to mention, if you didn't see it yet, Elise Stefanik is dropping out of the race and won't run for re-election.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. That's all I got to say.
Sure.
Oh God, fucking Fox News.
Yeah. Is it the only place
I
that
know.
covered it?
I'm
Though?
sorry.
Which is why
I see Fox News and I'm just like, I would have put my hand through the.
Because I think either Kit covered this earlier in the week. I saw somebody cover this, and I wanted to cover it too. I forget who right for it.
Yeah, Kit did cover it. Yeah.
By the way, if Kit's watching, hi Kit and hi Snow. I saw you in the chat there.
Yeah, Snow is there, hanging around there somewhere.
He's lurking about.
You say something? Somebody gonna say something. I guess not. All right. AOC's campaign pours massive cash into luxury Puerto Rico hotels, pricey catering, and Bad Bunny venue rental. So this is around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One
AOC
eating dick sucking at the time.
AOC is using Puerto Rico, using their problems in order to justify all the spending she did there.
Remember when
AOC gentrification.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say. Remember when AOC admitted that she got healthcare when she got in Congress?
Yeah, she has that full blown gold plated healthcare. She doesn't pay for anything the rest of her life. AOC slammed gentrification and Puerto Rico campaign spent thousands on luxury hotels and pricey food during the same trip. Hypocrisy much, Alex? Let's see.
What did you spend money on a Mandarin Oriental hotel or Raffles hotel or what?
Oh no, we'll go. I'm gonna go over some. The amount
She's
of money
spending
she
our
spent
tax
is
dollars
insane.
on all this shit, by the way. I'm paying for this shit. So
Yeah,
are you, Alex?
that's why
So are
it's
you,
outrageous.
Angel.
This is why it's outrageous. Representative Andrea Ocasio-Cortez, the Democrat of New York, campaign spent nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico between late June and September on luxury hotel, pricey meals, and $23,000 on a venue rental at the same San Juan Arena where she was spotted dancing in a suite at a Bad Bunny concert during an August trip to U.S. territory. So she had a Bunny concert while her constituents are struggling here in her district in New York, but she has time to go to a Bad Bunny concert and shake her ass or whatever she's doing.
Don't forget, she also went to the gala, to tax the rich.
Yeah, tax the rich, which all the rich people went, that's a funny joke.
Well,
now
there
get
were
back to sucking dick.
protests or riots going on outside of the event, I believe.
Yeah, there were protests.
It was horrible. She's just a horrible person.
Yeah.
Posing as
this is
you.
more.
No, you ain't.
This is more.
She's been really distancing from Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, who
because she's breaking out on her own now. It's time to break out on her own.
Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar are anti-Israel 100% of the time, and AOC is like, I got to back away from this if I want my career in Washington. Videos that emerged on social media from the August trip show AOC visiting a housing development to rail against gentrification, while other footage from social media what appears to be box seats at a Bad Bunny concert on August 10th, alongside Representative Nidia Velasquez of New York as well. She's the one that wrote that letter to Trump, in Time magazine, I think it was. It was her.
That was her?
That's horrible. That worded letter on Newsweek telling the president not to hurt Puerto Rico anymore. It's like, that's going to work.
Oh, yeah.
How about you go eat a dick and stop sending stupid shit?
Letters. Like, haven't you learned?
Stop virtual signaling. That's all that was.
It's a virtual
signaling. Yep. Just eat a dick instead. Just eat a dick. Just do it.
Bad Bunny held a 30-week tour at the popular El Choli Liceo de Puerto Rico in San Juan, which was attended by a slew of celebrities like Iggy Azalea, Penelope Cruz, Austin Butler, among others. LeBron, what you doing in Puerto Rico listening to Bad Bunny? Okay. Meanwhile, a campaign finance report from Order, which records campaign expenses from members of Congress, July 1st to September 30th, showed that AOC's campaign spent $15,000 at 2 luxury hotels in San Juan, where Bad Bunny was holding his residency tour. The campaign also spent $10,500 on meals and catering services. How much food do you need? $10,000 on meals.
Hey, when you're rich and you can afford it, trust me, they're gonna gourd themselves. They'll eat so much they fucking puke.
Yeah,
and then they go
outrageous.
And they literally are.
The reason why this is more nefarious is because AOC should be working for the people and actually fighting for the people. This is why it's more nefarious. If we're any other politician, it's like, that's par for the course. But AOC is disgusting. It's even more nefarious than what any other politician would.
And now,
this is more.
Mamdani is, becoming her as well.
Kurt Boss says she will still be sucking Planeteer dick.
Yeah, I mean, if she isn't already,
guy who's like that in a charity event.
If she isn't already, Kurt, and I salute Kurt, the boss.
Mm-hmm. FEC filings for third quarter shows expenditures from the Congresswoman's principal campaign committee on 2 luxury hotels in San Juan, the Hotel Palacio Provincial and Hotel El Convento. On July 28th, AOC's campaign forked over $680.52. I can't read. The Hotel Palacio Provincial, followed by subsequent payments to the hotel on August 29th for $1,507.26. And September 29th.
That's what I said, Kurt. That's what I said.
For $9,440.79. A $3,861.20 payment was made to the Hotel El Convento on August 25th, which owns the Hotel Palacio Provincial property as well. In total, AOC's third quarter filing showed She spent $15,489.77 on lodging alone in Puerto Rico.
Soon she's gonna
Jesus
join.
Christ.
Steph, soon AOC's gonna join, the club.
She's
You know-
already in the club. What are you talking
that's
about?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but she's
no,
already in the club.
You know,
like-
you know what would be cheaper if she rented a long-term Airbnb. Probably be cheaper than what she's spending here.
No, but when
honestly.
when it's someone else's money, you throw it
Yeah,
around
it's not her
like
money.
it's nobody's business. It's not even her
Yeah, that's
fucking
why-
money.
Yeah, that's why she's doing it, because it's not her.
She's gonna buy
money.
a mansion soon as well.
Yeah, her and that boyfriend of hers. Although she don't suck his dick, she sucks everybody else's.
Her boyfriend, who's Caucasian, by the way.
I feel
Yeah,
bad for him because she don't suck his dick. She sucks everybody else's, but not his. That's not a way to
I
have a
think
boyfriend.
same
AOC.
filing-
does that with everyone else too.
Unless she eats pussy
the
too. I
same-
mean, hey, I don't judge.
The same filing showed AOC's campaign spent $10,743.13 on catering and meals in Puerto Rico. The payments are dated across two separate dates, October 29th, including high-end restaurants in San Juan, such as Cocina Abierta, Cocina al Fondo, y Verde Mesa. So she spent $10,000 in these restaurants here, which I've heard about all of them. They're like expensive restaurants, So
Right. And
San
again,
Juan.
it's literally not her money.
I would go there.
They, it's like let it rain. It's not my money. Let it rain, baby.
That's
Let
the thing.
it rain.
Kim
It's
Kardashian.
I'm sure the food there is delicious, but I could never afford to go to those restaurants.
I'm still waiting for you to
and two
make
separate-
dinner for me, Angel. Because every time you take a picture of your food, I'm like, God damn it. I want some of that. Just pass it through the internet,
And two
right?
separate. Yeah, okay. Two separate payments on June 24th and August 25th. AOC's campaign spent more than $23,000 on venue rental again in a
That's a
Coliseo de Puerto
mandatory
Rico,
thing.
where
That's a mandatory thing,
which Bad
Kurt.
Bunny, where Bad Bunny held multiple concerts as part of his residency tour, including August 10th, the day AOC attended his concert. Fox News Digital could not confirm whether the payments were multiple visits or whether a down payment made for the final payment paid later by the campaign.
Just don't shit it on anybody's head, okay, Vince? Do me that favor.
If you haven't,
it's my ass club.
Hey, y'all.
If you haven't, everybody.
I was gonna say, hit that like button, guys, because again,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
We get to 40 likes and Mrs. Witchy goes topless. Everybody wants a piece of Mrs. Witchy, all right?
In response to,
called On All Fours.
That's right, Kurt Boss. That's
get a load of
exactly
this. Get a load of this horseshit. In response to this article, Cortez campaign manager Oliver Hidalgo Woolibin told Fox News Digital that AOC regularly travels to Puerto Rico to support local causes and host events that require both staff and security.
No, she's not.
That's bullshit. Because I mean, she goes maybe talk about look at how horrible gentrification is. Oh yeah, let me go to this Bad Bunny concert for no reason and spend all my taxpayer money on that instead.
And stay at luxury hotels.
And eat luxury food and act like a rich person, literally with poor people's money.
It's all bullshit. She's deeply proud.
Turning into the Hispanic Hillary Clinton.
Oh my God! I mean, she is.
Quickly,
but I think this goes to show that. Sorry, Angel. One thing. I think this goes to show that literally doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your race. You will sell out as fast as everybody else, because guess what, baby? It don't matter. You can be black, you can be Hispanic, you can be white, you can be Asian, whatever. You will sell out to the
their
rich.
own race too.
Yeah, you'll sell out to the poor people, but you will join the club or you will leave, or even worse, you'll be deleted.
Fuck her up.
She is deeply proud of her investment in grassroots organizing and will continue to be active in advocating for both people on the island and the millions of Puerto Ricans in diaspora. Hidalgo Woolabin said. By the way, that's total bullshit, because why the hell is she traveling? She gives one speech on gentrification and turns around and spends it in luxury restaurants, Bad Bunny concerts, shaking her ass. So what are you talking about? She's not doing any activism.
I'm sorry, but I completely agree. She literally is she's virtue signaling here Oh, hey, I'm
Yeah, it's
just
all
like
big virtue
you, but
signaling.
really, I'm just taking private jets. I'm acting like a typical rich person. This is no different than anyone else who's rich and in Congress.
I
They're
thought she was
literally
gonna say.
doing this
So-
right in front of your fucking face.
I was just gonna say, if you have a problem with me doing that, you're racist.
Well, I guess I'm racist then, because again, it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You will sell out to the establishment or you will leave.
Mhm.
Yep, they'll kick you out of Washington. Kick you out. The best case scenario. They make if you keep trying to fight them. Let's see. This gets worse because this is during Bernie's and AOC's fighting the oligarch tour this summer. AOC's campaign just didn't drop thousands on luxury hotels and high-end food in Puerto Rico. AOC continued racking up multi-thousand-dollar hotel stays at boutique luxury hotels and high-end food vendors stateside during the third quarter filing period, as well as including sellers that were based along the fighting oligarchy tour she participated with Senator Bernie Sanders early this year. She dropped nearly $5,000 at Hotel Vermont in Berlin, following an April visit that racked up $1,600, according to the Congresswoman's second quarter filings. Her campaign also spent $2,000 for a stay at an upscale boutique hotel near Central Park, called the Thompson Central Park Hotel. I mean, it'd be cheaper just to stay at an Airbnb. Again, it's like, you really what? I mean, it's not. As we said before. The reason why she's doing it is not her money; it's her donors' money, and which is why it's more nefarious. Because a lot of her donors are more like the poor and middle class who believe in her shtick, which unfortunately a lot do. Which is why she gets all
I
these
can't
donations.
stand her voice either.
I
Oh
know.
God! Every time I'm just like, turn it down. Is there a volume lower than mute? At that point.
The Arlo Williamsburg Brooklyn hotel with a rooftop pool and bar was also listed in her most recent FEC report, which reveals she dropped nearly $3,000 on her stay there. Like, why the hell is she staying in a hotel? Does she have a house in New York or something?
Oh, I don't
mean,
know.
did you really not stay at your own home?
No.
I mean, why spend $3,000 when you live in New York? You represent a
Again,
district in New York.
when it's someone else's money, you act like a drunken sailor and spend. Doesn't matter. She's not using her own money. If she had to use her own money, she would be staying at her house in New York, her little shack, as it's called.
Mm-hmm. AOC's most recent FTC filing also reveals she racked up $1,000 in high-end restaurants, including a $6 bill at a fancy restaurant in DC called Ama, yeah. While her campaign also spent $4,500 on ice cream from Mr. Dingaling Ice Cream.
Ice cream? You really need to pay that
spent $4,500 on ice cream.
You guys don't
Mr.
get it. She's a rich person now. She's using other people's money. She don't give a fuck.
This is funny though. The name. Look at the name.
When she said that Kamala was working tirelessly on a ceasefire.
Yeah, my ass. Look at the Dingaling Ice Cream.
Ding-a-ling.
Located.
It's a ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Located in Latham, New York.
Jesus
The campaign
Christ.
also spent $4,400 on catering.
Suck a ding-a-ling.
She also spent $4,400 on catering from DC area executive chef Caleb Jung, so a famous executive chef. I'm surprised she didn't use Gordon Ramsay, but I digress.
Don't give her any
high-end
ideas. Don't give her any ideas. She will. She will. You watch.
Another high-end restaurants the campaign ate at stateside during the third quarter include El Secreto de Rosita in DC, Hen of the Wood in Vermont, Central Park Boathouse, and Motley Kitchen in the Bronx. Bills for these dinners range from a few $100s to a couple $1,000 in dinners at expensive high-end restaurants during the third quarter this year. Dude, it's like, and people fall for her still. People and apparently she's leading. She's leading in the polls for president. At least one poll I've seen have her ahead of Gavin Newsom. No, I don't believe it either. No, she's leading in the polls. So one poll, at least that I've seen. So it's like,
Vince, I only suck one dick, and that's my man's. Okay, and you ain't it. So I ain't sucking nobody's
that ice cream white
other than his.
Or are you happy to see me? Let's see. Netanyahu had a corruption scandal involving ice cream too. Interesting. and didn't know that. If that's true, I didn't know that.
By the way, Angel, we have a tabby in the back. We have a guest, a tabby guest.
Let's
You just
see.
noticed?
Well, actually, I saw him moving around, but I was like, oh, I'll let Angel finish that.
It's a her. It's a her.
Ew.
So let's see.
Ew. Vince, go away. You're even too bad for me. I can't. I'm like, ugh. I don't want to go anywhere near Trump, period. He's a fucking pedophile.
Well, what about Triple H?
Pedophile enabler, because he's rubbing shoulders with him. Though, did you see that bullshit with Mick Foley?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I shared it.
He quitting WWE as of next year because
he didn't quit over the fact that Triple H was rubbing shoulders with a pedophile. Yeah. No, he was rubbing shoulder. He literally quit because of you know.
The WWE as a company is supporting Trump. That's why he's quitting.
Because he supported Trump. Because
Randy Orton was right about Mick Foley. He's not a hardcore legend. He's a coward, and then he spits in his face.
Yeah.
Well, that was a storyline.
Right. So, yeah, that was, yeah. So to this now, the House to vote this week on bill to block Trump from launching war with Venezuela. So this says contact your House representative to tell them to support h.con.res64. It's a resolution. I mean, I'm sorry, antiwar.com, but these resolutions are meaningless. They're not a law to basically stop Trump from doing anything.
It's just a suggestion. It's more a suggestion.
It's like, please don't attack Venezuela, Mr. President. You don't have to listen to us, but please don't do it. It's like it's a big virtue signal, because of the entire Congress would be like, we opposed it. We opposed it all along.
It's like that Jimmy Dore video he made about Bernie Sanders years ago. It was like, I hope he does the right thing. I hope Barack Obama does the right thing, Syria. I hope Barack Obama does the right thing in Libya. All that stuff.
So longtime listeners said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has angered his opponent 10,000 shekels, or $2,716, to buy ice cream for his household. Oh.
I guess that's
and not his money. It's everybody else's money, right?
That's the currency for Israel.
The shekels?
I guess so, yeah. Shekels. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Does it say in the Bible how much your kids are worth? A couple of shekels? So you could sell them off into sex slavery?
The House could vote as soon as Thursday on a bipartisan war powers resolution aimed at blocking President Trump from launching an attack on Venezuela amid a major U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean and threats of regime change war to oust Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro. Contact House representative to support blah, 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 which directs the president to remove the United States Armed Forces from hostilities with or against.
The camp writing this article?
Yeah.
Come on! You really think we're gonna tell them and they're gonna listen to us?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's naive to think that even if this passes Congress somehow, that Trump would be like, "Oh shit! Well, that resolution passed Congress, so let me withdraw entirely from the Caribbean." Yeah, my ass. That's never gonna happen. Let's see. The bill was introduced by Representative Jim McGovern, Democrat of Massachusetts, and received 31 co-sponsors, including 3 Republicans. Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Don Bacon. Well, Thomas Massey is I've seen the name. He's famous for something. I forget what it is right now. Thomas Massey, always, real one, always for the most part votes the right way. And Marjorie Taylor Greene quitting. That's why she's all of a sudden, supporting this. And Don Bacon, I've heard the name. I don't know him at all, so I'm sorry. I don't know why. I think he might. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he mad at Trump too. So, quote: the Constitution does not permit the executive branch to unilaterally commit an act of war against a sovereign nation that hasn't attacked the United States. Unquote. Massey said in a statement when the bill was introduced. Quote: Congress has the sole power to declare war against Venezuela. Congress must decide of such matters according to our Constitution. Unquote. He's not wrong, but the problem is the Constitution has been ripped up over and over again by not only Congress, but also the U.S. president. And nobody's done anything to stop it. So now we're trying to stop it. That's not going to work. Let's see. Another war powers resolution that was introduced in the House by Representative Gregory Democrat of New York, aims to stop President Trump's bombing campaign of alleged drug boats in Latin America. It is expected to be brought to a floor vote by Wednesday. Meeks' bill also has 31 co-sponsors, but no Republicans have signed on despite growing criticism over the December 2nd attack on a boat that involved multiple strikes to kill survivors.
It's funny how Bernie Sanders has not said one thing about Trump's war actions lately.
He won't even say anything about the genocide going on.
Yeah.
He won't even call it a genocide.
Nope.
I know you won't even call it a genocide. Vince is right about this. International law, not to the U.S.
Not to
every
the
other
US.
country on earth has to follow international law. We don't.
But we have an exception here.
Yeah,
it's like a little asterisk beside that.
Mm-hmm. It's like every country on earth must follow international law. Asterisk, except the United States. We do whatever we want. That's the asterisk there. The Trump administration has not provided credible rationale for its 21 unauthorized military strikes on vessels in the Western Hemisphere, which has resulted in the extrajudicial killings of dozens of individuals. Meeks and other high-ranking Democrats in the House said in a statement when legislation was introduced on November 18th. So, yeah, I don't know whether this actually passed or not. I'm going into because let me see. Let me click on this. So
Venezuela
it failed.
Land. What? Oh my god.
So yeah, I clicked on this. I clicked on this. It took me to Congress.gov. If you look at the tracker, it says failed in the House.
Yeah, of course it did.
Of course
it did. Because, I mean, they have no intent. They have every intentions of starting more forever wars. Again, guys, Angel and I are older than Alex, and there's not a time in our existence since we were born that we have not been at war. We have never been at peace since Angel and I were both born.
Hey, Tulsi Gabbard, is Trump still the peace president?
Nope.
Every time they say that on Fox News, I just want to wring their necks. I just want to put my hand through the TV and just wring them. Like, no, he isn't. He's never been the peace president.
Man, I still can't get over how just disappointing Tulsi Gabbard is. She used to be against Trump, called her Saudi Arabia's bitch, and now she's become his bitch.
When I read the word regime change wars, all I can think about is Tulsi Gabbard. How many times over the last 10 years and being against it? Now all of a sudden she's in the administration, and now we haven't heard from her. I don't know what she's doing now. She's the head of the national intelligence, but I don't know what she's been hiding.
I think she's only focusing on Obama, I think, which I'm like, why?
Yeah, Obama hasn't been in a president since what, 2012?
2016.
Yeah.
No, he left office in 2017.
Well, I mean, still, but he hasn't been in office since 2016. So, and that was what, 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. So, I mean, it is what it is, guys. But I'm saying, like, literally, and Trump does it too. Well, Biden did this and Biden did that, and you're continuing it and making it worse. So go fuck yourself. Go suck a dick. Is that what you did to Bubba?
One-time listener says, according to Bernie, Israel is a great country. It's just Netanyahu that's the problem, which is why he was elected as Israel's prime minister from 96 to 99, 2009 to 2021, and 2022 to present. Other than it's basically Netanyahu's fault. It's not, it's just absurd. Thank you for the comments.
I saw someone in the chat say that soon AOC will be touching the wall or praying into the wall or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that too. And
don't be surprised.
I thought she already did that.
No,
she'll
not
be
yet.
crying at the
as far
wall
as I know,
like they all do. They'll all be bowing their heads and sucking the Israel dick. That is mandatory now. You have to suck that Israel dick, or
I don't get
you can't be in the club.
Get the exception, or why is people love Israel? What's so special about Israel? Yes, I know I'm Jewish, but still I'm allowed to make that question.
Well,
I don't know, baby boy. I can't tell you. I'm not Jewish.
What's special about Israel? Their incredible blatant racism. I mean,
not only
have you seen?
Like, literally, they think that they are, God's gifts to the world, and I don't believe
they're God's chosen people.
Sorry, I don't sign up for your God.
They're God's chosen people.
That's what
That's
they
why they
say.
have the right. They have the right to all the land, which is called Greater Israel. Which is why they have. But we have in the United States, since we're a quote unquote Christian nation, we have to give them all our money and give them all our resources in order for them to start wars with Arabs all around the Middle East.
Mhm.
Except when you actually read Revelations, which I've read because I do Bible study. I've and the first thing that happens when Jesus comes back, one of the first things is all the Jews die if you don't convert to Christianity. Every Jew on earth dies unless you convert to
I'd
Christianity.
rather
Then
have
you
all the
live.
Zionists die.
Well, that's what I mean. Like now, even Christians are putting an asterisk at that. Well, maybe Jesus will forgive you. I mean, you're a Jew, so we don't want to be anti-Semitic, or we don't want to be called anti-Semitic, because somehow that's like
Yeah,
career ending for some reason.
yeah. Some Christians are trying to change. Oh well, no. Actually, you won't get genocided. Don't worry. I mean, if we're gonna actually try to change that. Say, oh yeah, if you really believe in Jesus, that's very arrogant of you to try to change the Bible. It's like, oh yeah, this is not. We're just gonna ignore this part. No, that's what it says. Every Jew, unless converted to Christianity, will be killed. In other words, genocided.
The Bible's pretty clear about
Um,
that, but people are putting
yeah,
like an asterisk in the. I mean, they do the same thing with witches like me. Oh, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. But we stopped killing witches long time ago, so you know, come after me, bitch! I
so
dare you.
guess what? Donald Trump got his $1 trillion military budget.
Shocker!
Yeah, we get $1 trillion military budget, the biggest military in the world.
And this,
It's a
We're
beautiful bill. It's a
you
beautiful
know, you
bill.
beautiful.
Beautiful military. We're gonna
Anyways,
send your
we
kids
never
off to
President
do
die.
this.
We're gonna send poor kids off to die because we hate poor people.
President Trump on Thursday signed the massive $901 billion 2026 National Defense Authorization Act into law, which will be combined with the supplemental spending bill signed earlier this year to give him the more than $1 trillion military budget.
And I just want
Actually,
to say,
Kurt, they're
Chuck,
actually there's hinting of it. There's hint because remember it was they have this new David movie coming out about David
Yeah,
and Goliath and
uh,
all that bullshit. Did you guys see
mm-hmm.
that? It's like a
I
fucking
saw the
musical. I'm
trailer.
David and I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
kill Goliath. I'm gonna go kill Goliath. And it's like, what the fuck? Stop making all these stupid musicals that everybody fucking hates. But I
and,
will say this real fast that I mean there is polygamy in the Bible because it talks about King David with his several wives and concubines.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they hint at sucking dick in the
which is
Bible,
what
Kurt.
the only state that legalized polygamy is Utah because of the Mormon Church. They practice polygamy, so it's only
couple things
legal
I
in
want to
Utah.
say.
Go ahead.
Couple things I want to say. Steph, Max Sir J has a message for you.
I know. I hear Mrs. Witchy Perfect is going to show her tits. Only if we get, I didn't say tits. I said I will go topless if we get to 40 likes. So
Yeah.
please hit that like button. Please share,
You know,
Let
subscribe,
me check how many likes we have.
tickle
Hold on.
that bell so you get notified.
and also what I found really funny is that Chuck Schumer, made a tweet about Trump needs to stop this. He's dangerous. He needs to stop all wars or something. He tweeted that a couple hours after he voted for that.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue with this. While the true cost of the U.S. military security spending has exceeded $1 trillion for many years, this marks the first time the official military is over $1 trillion. Though it was done in an unconventional way by combining the NDAA with 156 billion in supplemental that was a part of the so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
Big, so beautiful.
So beautiful. The NDAA passed the Senate on Wednesday with a vote of 77-20, which is 2 Republican senators, Rand Paul, Mike Lee, 18 Democrats voting against it last week. The House approved the bill in a 112 votes. Let me see which Democrats voted against this. I'm curious. Let's
I want to
see.
see where AOC and the others voted.
This is the Senate. Let me see. So these are. Where are we? Oops, I'm lost here. Okay, here we go. Sanders voted no. Interesting. I thought he voted in favor of it. That's what I was
I
looking.
think I saw that Warren voted yes. I think.
Let me see. It's in alphabetical order. So
Yeah.
Warren. She voted against it.
Oh, she did. Oh.
Yeah. Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island voted for it though. Let's see.
Fetterman.
If it's,
Fetterman voted for it.
of course he did.
Of course.
I didn't see his name, but I already assumed he voted for it. That's why
I saw it just in passing, just as you were going up.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Fetterman voted for it.
Uncle Festerman.
Let's see. Tim Kaine voted. Hillary Clinton's VP pick voted for it, of course. Hickenlooper voted for it.
Adam Schiff voted yes for it,
Ricketts?
despite being a never.
Of course. Adam Schiff voted for it. Actually, no, he voted
Somebody
against it.
named Ricketts. You know, Ricketts is not a good thing to have, right?
Yeah. Josh Hawley voted for it, of course, in Missouri. Let's see. I wonder if there's.
Yeah, Sean, that's called History of the World Part 1 and History of the World Part 2. You're talking about Mel Brooks comes down as Moses and he's like, there's the 15 boom. There's the 10 Commandments, you know. The 10 Commandments, if you ever want to find or see a funny bit about that, look up George Carlin on the 10 Commandments. He brings it to about 3 or 4 of them. Because I mean, some of them are redundant, but I've always said this about the 10 Commandments: you have to be subhuman to you can't be human because again, everybody covets something. First of all, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ox. Then sales would never work, right? Because you want something because someone else has it, right?
Kurt says the war Congress does not represent the people. 100%. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say Mel Brooks, you probably already know it, but he's making Spaceballs too. So
I heard that, but I thought that was a rib. I thought we're going to make Spaceballs too. The search for more money. I love that movie. I know Spaceballs by heart. I could sit here and recite it to you, dude. I'm serious.
So he's doing a sequel after what? 30 years?
30, 40 years,
Whatever long it's been. Yeah, since
one of the songs from Spaceballs, one of the songs from it was featured in the second GTA 6 trailer.
Oh God.
Oh yeah,
the pointer system.
Notable amendments, including provision directing the selective service system, which we talked about last week, to register all potential draftees in the U.S. automatically. According to Edward Hasbrook, an expert in selective service, it marks the biggest change to the system since 1980. The NDAA also includes a new provision to ensure Israel is not impacted by global armed restrictions that have been imposed in response to the genocidal war in Gaza. So, of course, got to protect Israel's right to get guns and weapons and missiles and stuff, even though there's a global arms restriction on them. The amendment requires arms restrictions and says that the U.S. will take steps to mitigate any gaps it may find. In other words, if there are any weapons they need, we'll just give it.
Kurt, I actually saw. This is for Kurt Boss. I actually saw Young Frankenstein bloopers, and I'll tell you what, Gene Wilder, he's a big giggler. He loves to giggle a lot. So if you ever get a chance to look up on YouTube Young Frankenstein bloopers, oh boy, he especially with the guy that looks like Igor, he just can't stop laughing at him because he's so funny. Gene Wilder loves to giggle.
Good day, sir.
Oh, that's from some Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie, something like that. I like the old version with Gene Wilder, but I've never seen Young Frankenstein. I'm sure it's very funny because Gene Wilder always adds to, but I've seen the bloopers for it, and I'll tell you what, oh my God, I can't tell you how funny they are because Gene Wilder he is such a giggler. He just giggles.
He's hilarious.
I think the new Frankenstein movie just came out from Guillermo.
Yeah.
I thought it was a show. Is it I Frankenstein or something?
Total. So this is interesting. The NDAA formally lifts the Caesar Act sanctions that were imposed on Syria in 2020 and were designed to prevent the country's reconstruction until the ousting of former President Bashar al-Assad, which happened last year when Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, an offshoot of Al-Qaeda took power in Damascus. Guess what we're doing now? We're bombing there again, even though now we're giving them money.
why are we bombing Syria
to build.
when you got the leader you wanted? I don't.
Yeah, they got the leader they wanted. They're bombing. So what's the point of giving them money to rebuild when we're going to just bomb the shit out of it again? So
are they going to kill their own?
It's not a
spending-
racist thing. It's not a racist thing. It's just it's so funny to watch Gene Wilder screw up. Because the guy that plays Igor, I think he calls him, just it's so funny because he goes after the woman's purse. And,
I love that movie.
It's so funny.
Hear No Evil, See No Evil with Wonka and Richard Pryor. That movie's hilarious, by the way.
Have you seen
I
See No
haven't-
Evil, Angel and stuff?
No? I've seen it.
No.
Yeah, hilarious.
No, not the movie. The Kane movie, See No Evil.
No, I wasn't into Kane, especially not his Hollywood career.
Oh, that one. Okay, I'm confused. You can I've seen that one, but I'm talking about the one Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
I have not seen Blazing Saddles. I have not seen it all the way through. I saw like 10 minutes of it, and I just remember I should sit down and watch it, but I'm afraid I'll hear that N word. But I mean, I know it was a sign of the times, but I don't like that word. I really don't. But I will watch it all the way through, I promise. But I haven't seen all of it all the way through. I catch it here and there, but
Yeah.
I think some of and that's why I was wanting to say about Rob Reiner. I do love The Princess Bride. In fact, I think it's in March.
Everyone's...
They have The Princess Bride tarot cards coming out. I shit you not. They have Princess Bride tarot card deck coming out. I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
Had Andre the Giant in it.
Right. There's a funny thing about Rob Reiner. Andre farts for like 40 seconds, and he goes, "You okay, Andre?" And Andre goes, "I'm okay now, boss."
No, boss. Oh, I forgot that I'm live on Substack too. I totally forgot about it. Oh yeah, I'm live on Substack too. So you guys want to check out the Substack? There it is. But the spending bill includes 2 provisions that go against President Trump's agenda, including amendments to block downs from Europe and South Korea. Look at that. I mean, they actually block the possibility of Trump withdrawing troops from Europe and South Korea. I mean, so of course we got to continue the wars. I mean, you can't let Trump even think about withdrawing from Europe.
But remember, Kyle Kulinski said that Democrats are a trillion times better than the Republicans.
Yeah, he's a dick sucker too.
The one thing that requires the Pentagon to release Congress videos of its bombings of alleged drug boats in Latin America. If the Pentagon doesn't hand over the videos, the amendment would withhold a quarter of the travel budget for U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, who's been under increasing scrutiny due to September 2nd bombings that involved multiple strikes to kill survivors. Oh wow! If they don't give up the videos, then Pete Hegseth loses a quarter of his travel budget, whatever that means. So that's like meaningless and a little punishment
Well,
there.
he is a drunk, if we know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
I mean, just look out for more wars. They're going to do exactly what they did in ancient Greece, and look what happened to them.
Yeah. And also, Pete Hegseth, he really likes Franklin for whatever reason.
Jackie, I do like, he plays a Spaniard, yeah. And then, of course, the other guy that plays in the Haunted Mansion, I think. I don't know if you guys have seen the behind the scenes of The Princess Bride, but that guy, the gentleman who played Vicini, he actually was in several other movies that I have seen. And he was actually deathly scared of heights. So when they do that climbing scene where Andre is climbing, during when they were not filming, but they were, showing them on there was some kind of, they were on a line, what am I thinking of? Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. They were on that, where they had them in the holsters, and the Andre is saying, "It's okay, boss. It's okay," and he was comforting him because that guy was deathly scared of heights. And it's a beautiful story that they talk about with Andre. But I really liked the movie. I think Andre was really good in it. I can't believe they have. I mean, they have tarot decks now with everything. The Nightmare Before Christmas, they have a tarot deck, but now they're going to have a. I shit you not, they're going to have a Princess Bride tarot card deck, and it's going to be so interesting. I'm thinking about getting it just to say I have
Yeah.
it, but I'm thinking about doing like tarot readings with it too, just to see how cool the fucking graphics are, right? So, but yeah, like, that is just one of the things that I remember of the behind the scenes thing. There was a one blooper for the Princess Bride thing, and it was the guy that plays the prince comes out and goes, "I have come here today and I forgot my line."
Pete,
Everybody
Pete
just starts
Hexeth.
laughing, right?
There's a Pete Hexeth in the chat, so nice to see you.
Sith.
Um, Jackie says that didn't Andre the Giant die young? Yeah, he did
Yeah.
because he had gigantism.
Yes.
So his body just kept growing and growing and
I
growing to
may
the
have
point
read
where
that
his heart gave out.
he died not too long after he went to his after seeing his father's grave or whatever it was.
Yeah, he had a ranch in North Carolina, Angel.
Yeah, he had a
If you've ever
ranch
seen,
there.
I don't know if they have it on YouTube, but you can look up the biography of Andre. Such a sweet guy. I want to say the Vicini thing is the thing he kept repeating was inconceivable, and then Mandy Pinkerton looks over and goes, "I don't think you keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means."
Mhm.
Oh, Hogan,
Inconceivable.
I want to
Uh,
thank you for your title
so,
at WrestleMania.
But I really recommend the biography that they did on Andre.
it
Wonderful
was
documentary. And he's honestly, Andre was a really sweet guy, and he was like larger than life. But he would sit down and he would talk to you, unless you did what a couple of college guys did when he was drunk. Literally, they were making fun of him. He went out, and the college guys got real scared, ran out, and got into their car, and he picked the car up with the college kids in it.
you
Yeah,
flipped
you
the
didn't
car.
fucking do that shit with Andre.
There was
He
this funny
flipped.
moment when I don't know, it was either the day after he died or whatever. There was a wrestling show that they were doing the 10 bell count or whatever to pay tribute to him. And while that was going on, someone in the audience randomly sneezed really loud. It was like, "Achoo!" You know.
Well, he was
Yeah,
the first inductee into the WWE Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
yeah, he was.
yeah. It
So
was
that was a big
the
tribute to him, was
Vin-
that he should be the first inductee to the WWE. It
Vince
was
Jr.
WWF.
Vince Jr. did that really to honor
Shut up,
Andre as
Kurt.
the Hall of Fame. So other than that, they wouldn't be a Hall of Fame today. If
Right.
it wasn't for Vince wanting to honor Andre.
Was
But
it
to get
when
back
Vince
to
did the, this thing, the clip that's gone viral on Twitter?
Oh, trust me, I have so much to say about the John Cena bullshit.
we'll get to that tomorrow though, because the U.S. launches at least 4 more airstrikes into Somalia as record-shattering bombing campaign continues.
But Ilhan
The
Omar is
U.S.
the
has
problem,
launched at least
right, Trump?
100.
She's the problem?
Launched at least 116 strikes into Somalia this year, an unprecedented number.
Ilhan Omar, she's a really bad person.
The U.S. Africa Command has announced at least 4 more airstrikes in Somalia as the Trump administration continues to bomb the country at a record pace, with virtually no media coverage in the United States.
Jackie, don't
I've seen
encourage him.
zero media coverage about this. But to be fair, I've seen zero media coverage in corporate media. Not a single source talking
does
about
anyone
this.
remember back in 1993? I know a little brother doesn't remember because he was born in 91, but in 93, if anyone remembers, the WWE was actually like that headlock on hunger. They were actually sending food to Somalia. Now they just send bombs.
Yeah.
That's what we graduated
AFRICOM,
to.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
they support Saudi Arabia, so yeah.
But I don't
AFRICOM
understand.
said
Like
in-
they should, if they, what is Saudi Arabia's relationship to Israel? Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, why would you support Saudi and then also support,
it's shaky, the relationship between Saudi and Israel. It's not as bad as it once was, but it's definitely
because the
still pretty
Saudi
shaky.
owns everything. The Saudis own everything now.
Yeah. So the relationship isn't as bad as it once was, but it's shaky. There are times where Mohammed bin Salman says something against Israel, and Israel gets mad at them, and then the U.S. has to come in like they're two petulant brothers fighting each other, and the father, which is the U.S., and they have to come in and calm everything down and put them in their place. Okay, we're good now for now, and so something else happens, So it's like having two petulant children that the U.S. has to fight off. It has to discipline every few years. So AFRICOM said in one press release that its forces launched airstrikes against the ISIS affiliate in Somalia, northeast Puntland region, on December 15th and the 16th. It said the attacks were
Oh,
launched
bye,
about 43
Jackie.
miles to the southeast. All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think she has to get to sleep or something,
Yeah,
or
good
she's
night.
busy.
Sleep tight.
Yeah, again, to the southeast of Aden, port city of Bobaso, where the U.S. has been backing local Puntland forces in a fight against ISIS militants based in caves. The command details and has stopped sharing information on casualties or assessment of potential civilian harm since earlier this year. The U.S.-backed Puntland forces have not issued any statement on the military operations in recent days. The Puntland Counterterrorism Operations Telegram account occasionally releases images of dead bodies of alleged ISIS fighters who were killed in U.S.-backed operations. AFRICOM has also released two separate press releases announces airstrikes against Al-Shabaab on December 15th. Al-Shabaab is like an Al-Qaeda splinter group, by the way. About 30 miles to the northeast of the port city of Kismayo in southern Somalia's Jubaland region. Specific details about units and assets will not be released to ensure operation security, the command said in both releases. The bombings bring the total numbers of airstrikes launched by AFRICOM in Somalia this year to 116, an unprecedented number according to New America, an organization that tracks the air war. More than the total number of airstrikes launched in Somalia during the administrations of Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush combined. Jesus. So the anti-war president, the most peace president, the most anti-war president in history, is bombing Somalia at a record pace. But he's
And we
anti-war,
thought
right?
Joe Biden was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump just.
The
The
latest
problem is
airstrike.
Trump. The first time he didn't stop any bombing raids, he actually upped them.
Mm-hmm.
And just because, he didn't start any wars. Oh, so that's the fucking bar now?
Exactly.
And he was trying to have a war with fucking Iran.
Yeah.
That was like his wet dream because he killed
And now
Soleimani.
he is starting new wars.
He's about
He
to
got
start
his
one in
dream.
Venezuela.
Yeah, and
He's
that's
about
bullshit.
to start one in Venezuela.
That's bullshit.
The latest airstrike comes in amid reports of civilian casualties in recent operations conducted by the U.S. and U.S.-backed forces in southern Somalia. Last week, local media reported more than 30 civilians were killed in an attack on a village near Mogadishu, which is the capital of Somalia, that was carried out by U.S.-trained Somali government forces. November 15th, U.S. airstrikes and U.S.-backed Somali ground forces targeted the village of Jamamin, which is near Kismayo. The attack killed at least 11, including 7 children, according
God.
to the drop site. According to a report from drop site, the U.S. airstrike in Somalia northern Sangang region, west of Puntland, that was launched December 13th, also killed a civilian clan leader known for his peace efforts, according to family members. Local officials in a committee that investigated the airstrike, AFRICOM claimed he was Al-Shabaab weapons dealer, but has provided no evidence to back up that assertion.
I mean,
And I wouldn't believe
again,
AFRICOM at all.
one more time, if I hear Fox News say, why are we bringing all these Somalian refugees here? I'm gonna fucking punch him in the motherfucking face. Fuck you, Fox News.
Does your dad come when he hears that every time?
No, I don't know what my dad does, and I don't pay attention to that shit. But I can't do it. Every time he has on the 5 or he has on some kind of Fox News bullshit where they talk about this stuff,
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're the fucking ones creating it, you stupid jackasses. You're the reason why these refugees are here. The government is bombing them. What do you want them to do? Stay there and die? Of course you do, because you're rich fucking pedophiles.
And
Everybody
if you're
on
against
Fox
the
News
airstrikes,
is a pedophile.
you're against Trump's policies, then you're a communist.
That's fine.
So,
I
by
will
the
be
way,
a communist. I'd rather be a communist
we
than
are
a fucking pedophile.
We're repeating the same mistake that Joe Biden did in Ukraine. Trump's repeating it in Taiwan now. So
Of course he
the
is.
Trump administration approves more than $11 billion in arms sales for Taiwan. Remember, China thinks Taiwan is part of their territory. Taiwan says they're independent. So in the 1970s, Richard Nixon said, you know what, let's just do the one China policy, which basically means the United States recognizes Taiwan as part of China, even though officially they're independent. So it made the Chinese happy, it made the Taiwanese happy because they're an independent state, and China got what it wanted, recognition from the U.S. However, now let's get to today. All of a sudden, Joe Biden started this with giving Taiwan all this money for weapons. Now Trump is doubling down on this. So
Hmm.
now the massive arms package worth more than all arm deals for Taiwan approved under the Biden administration. So Trump is doubling down on this from the Biden policy. Even though I thought Joe Biden was the worst president ever, he's the worst president ever. But no, apparently he's just doubling down on his policy. The State Department on Wednesday approved a series of arms deals for Taiwan worth more than $11 billion, including multiple types of missile systems and munitions, an announcement that China has strongly condemned. If the sales aren't blocked by Congress, which is unlikely to happen since there's virtually no opposition to arming Taiwan in Washington, they would exceed $8.4 billion in arms sold to Taiwan during the Biden administration. According to the Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency, the arms deals include a total of 8 sales, which include mobility, artillery rocket systems, and related equipment for an estimated cost of $4.05 billion. 10787 self-propelled howitzers and related equipment for an estimated 4.03
And
tactical
that could
missile
literally
network
wipe
software.
out. Yeah, that could literally wipe out homelessness. Even
Yeah.
4 billion and 4 billion, that could literally wipe out homelessness 10 times over. But no, we
Yeah,
got to send this shit.
tactical mission network software and equipment, services, and related equipment for an cost of $1 billion. Drool made Atlas 700 millimeter, I guess, and Atlas 600 drones with loitering munitions and other related equipment for an estimated cost of $1.1 billion. Javelin anti-tank missile system and related equipment for an estimated cost of $375 million. Tube-related optically tracked wire-guided missile system and related equipment for an estimated cost of $353 million. An AH-1 helicopter spare and repair parts and related equipment for estimated cost of $96 million. A HARP repair follow on support and related equipment for estimated cost of $91.4 million. Jeez Christ. In response to that announcement, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Jiu Janikin, said the move grossly violates the One China principle, and the Three China-U.S. joint communiques infringes on China's security and territorial integrity, undermines peace and stability in the Taiwan Straits, and sends a gravely wrong signal to Taiwan and Taiwan's independent separatist forces. China formally opposes and strongly condemns it. By the way, China considers Taiwan's military to be an independent separatist force because technically Taiwan's part of China, so they really don't respect it as a normal military, so which is why they call it the separatist forces, even though technically they're part of the even though they're like a military basically.
I'll be right back.
Let's
All right.
see. Okay. So I'll keep going here. Hold on.
Don't you want to wait for her?
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I can wait a little bit, but 38:14. So, let's see. I thought I had it. Hold on. No. Oh, here we go.
China.
Yeah, right. Dave does a great job. Why I use him a lot.
What are your thoughts on the
let's
Knicks
see.
winning the NBA Cup? Is that a big deal to you?
No,
Yeah.
that's why I did. I read it, once, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
nice. And now let's get big one. Let's get the one in June because I really don't care. That to me is the gimmick that Adam Silver created in the beginning of the season to get people to watch, because nobody watches the NBA in the beginning of the year, which is what. Oh my God, do something. Hell with it. Let's create a Emirates NBA Cup for the guys to play for in the beginning of the year for no reason. So it's like a participation trophy championship.
Yeah.
You know, the Knicks win that, great. Now let's move on. I don't care. I mean, it's like, let's see.
But they did come back to beat the Pacers last night.
That's a great win. Look, I'll say this. I mean, so far so good under the Mike Brown era because I thought because I really like Tom Thibodeau as a head coach, but you know, so far so good. You know, I keep an open mind now. Uh, Duo said that the weapons sales will only push Taiwan trade into the danger of military conflict at a faster pace, which is, I think, the whole point. It's very similar to what we did in Russia and Ukraine. Um, he added that the Taiwan question is the core of China's core interests and is the first red line that must not be crossed in China-U.S. relations. A warning that Chinese officials to their American counterparts for years. And the U.S. continues to fund Taiwan and give them all the money they need because shit, we got to guarantee the profits for U.S. defense contractors. Defense contractors, by the way, you know, let's call them offense contractors. I don't know because you know they call them defense contractors at this point. It's a joke. We got to guarantee their profits. You know, so as long as we guarantee their profits, you know, that's all that really matters here to the U.S. So, oops, here we go. So we talked about this last week briefly, but hold on. Let's see. Kurt says addictions are symptoms of failed society, a capitalist system that uses pillage and war to enrich its ruling class and disempowers everyone but the billionaires. That's the thing, yeah. I mean, which is why the CIA openly, not openly, but, you know, but they bring drugs into the U.S. Not openly. They obviously want to keep it a secret, but that's been exposed over and over again. You know why? Because we talked, I think, last week. The crack epidemic is started by the CIA in order to get black people addicted to crack, in order to and, and I said track like crack in order
I
to
thought you
get
were gonna say they got him addicted to something else.
yeah, crack in order to get black people addicted to crack and then put them in jail, in prison. That way, you know, you get rid of them, you know, put them in prison. Anyways, the U.S. and Belgium opposed European plans to use frozen Russian assets to fund Ukraine, which is a good thing. Only two countries are opposing it. And of course, as soon as the U.S. opposes it, what do liberals do? Oh, Trump is bought out by Putin. He's bought out by the Russians. You know, he's a Russian asset.
Well, make
So
up
here
your
we go again on
mind.
Russiagate.
Yeah, make up
Here
your
we go again on
mind.
Russiagate.
You can't have it both ways.
The U.S. is pressuring.
Rachel Maddow is still doing Russiagate today, like after all these years later.
Yeah, she recently went on some show like 2 weeks ago and claimed that Trump is a Russian asset and all the debunked bullshit she used 10 years ago.
I mean, Rachel, I know you get paid for that stuff, but at some point you gotta let it go. It's not working anymore. Or actually, I should say, never worked.
Yeah, it never worked. The U.S. is pressuring European countries to abandon a proposal to use frozen Russian assets as collateral for $105 billion loans in Ukraine. The aid is intended to fund the Ukrainian government and military for 2 years. It's not going to last 2 years. You know what the Ukrainians will do? They'll steal all that money for their elites, and then they'll come begging for more money from the U.S. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to last 2 years. You're lucky for it to last 6 months. European leaders, including Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, as well on Wednesday. One thing is very, very clear: we have to take a decision to fund Ukraine for the next 2 years in this European Council. Von der Leyen has spent months lobbying members of the bloc to agree to use the frozen Russian assets as collateral for a loan to Ukraine. The current proposal is a $105 billion aid, not an aid package, it's a loan. We want to give Ukraine a loan. However, the proposal has met significant resistance within the EU and from Washington. The U.S. administration is pressuring European countries to abandon the idea of using Russian assets, the Ukrainian officials said. here's the thing: you're taking Russian money, which is not your money, and you're stealing it, just giving it to Ukrainians. So,
Kurt, Steph already told you the rules about that. You didn't hear her?
Well, not only that, but how many likes are we at?
let me check. We're at 12, so
Yeah,
they're
come on,
nowhere
guys, hit
near
that
where.
like button if you want to see me topless. Come on, guys,
So yeah, let's
you
get it
know
up
what
to
to do. Hit that like.
2025. Hungary and Belgium that's also opposed the loan. Brussels argued that the loan would prevent the frozen assets from being used to facilitate a peace agreement with Moscow. President Donald Trump's proposal to end the war would see some Russian funds used to rebuild Ukraine. AFP reports that Washington is pressuring the EU as a favor to some European countries that fear that the scheme will hurt the European economy. The bloc is expected to make a decision on the loan by Thursday. So, yeah, there you go. The Europeans are planning of stealing Russian money in order to give it to Ukraine in order to continue the war in perpetuity because they don't want peace. The Ukrainians, they definitely don't want peace. I mean, the Europeans, they don't want peace either because they're under the ridiculous delusion that the war ends in Ukraine. That means Putin is emboldened to invade the rest of Europe. Based on what? I don't
That's
know
what.
because
Yeah, that's their lie or the propaganda they're spreading. Really, what they want to do is, if there was a ceasefire, which there's not going to be unless Putin's okay with it, is they want to build up Ukraine. They want to build up their forces again, and then they're going to attack Russia and think they have some kind of chance against Russia. Look, you have no chance against Russia. I don't care if you had 50 million troops or you had U.S. backed troops. You're still not going to fight with have a fight or be a threat to Russia. Sorry, not happening.
yep. And not on top of that, this is what they're not considering. I don't think
Oh my
because
God.
Russia,
He's trying to do this again.
yeah, Russia. Here's the thing that the Europeans are not counting on, or don't. I don't know if they realize it or they don't care. Or they want this is like a kamikaze mission for them because the Russian. It's not you're not just going to fight Russia. You're also going to fight China, and you're also going to fight North Korea because they have mutual defense pacts. Russia had mutual defense pacts with them. So you're not just going to fight Russia by itself. You're fighting China and you're fighting North Korea, which is the two biggest standing militaries in the world, next to the U.S., of course.
I mean, Russia, the
So
U.S. is
good
not
luck
going
in
to
that war.
you. Don't keep trying to. Please don't do it. They're not going to listen.
No, but they have to. I mean, they have to basically, like suck up to Trump, or
I mean,
or
whose dick do you
get
have to suck to get him to not do this, right?
Russia. So Russia to the U.S. Don't make fatal mistake in Venezuela. Moscow calls for a de-escalation and expresses support for Maduro's government. Uh, so there is the two leaders together. Let me make this a little bigger. Here we go. Russia on Thursday called for Donald Trump's administration not to make the quote unquote fatal mistake in the Venezuela
It's not a
crisis.
mistake. He knows what he's
Oh,
doing.
oh, I know. He knows this. It to be. I don't want to. I don't want to give. I don't want to. I have to also mention Marco Rubio's role in this because it's mostly him pushing for this. And I'm not trying to say Trump is blameless. Of course not. He's the president, but he could really stop this if he wanted to. But it's very similar to what happened with Libya. Remember back in the Obama administration where
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton pushed Obama to bomb Libya, and Obama agreed to do it, killed Gaddafi, and by the time he left office, Obama said that was my greatest mistake, bombing Libya.
We
So
tortured some folks.
that was he admitted that was his greatest mistake. His greatest regret at least during his presidency.
What?
Russia said on Thursday, blah, 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 calling for restraint as it's saying it was in constant contact with his allies in Caracas. U.S. President Donald Trump ordered a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers in Venezuela this week, marking a new escalation between Washington and South American guy Nicolas Maduro. Venezuela has insisted that its crude oil exports were not impacted by the announcement, showing defiance. Maduro has been a regular guest in Moscow for years. Moscow's foreign ministry said it hoped that the White House would do a mistake will refrain from further heading into a situation that threatens unpredictable consequences for the entire Western Hemisphere. it's called for quote unquote de-escalation and stress support from Maduro's government. The Kremlin said it was in constant contact, blah blah. So here's Moscow has also threatened to basically arm the Venezuelan military and the government, so turning it to the proxy war between the U.S. and Russia. So they've already threatened to do that. I don't know whether Moscow will actually go through with it, but they have threatened that at the very least recently. So that's another issue there. So yeah, so we are closing in on another war. I swear this looks like
God,
all over.
Kurt and Pete, what are you guys doing?
I don't think you want to know. I think it just has to do with like all the dicks. I guess, yeah, let's suck all the dicks. I mean, again, no offense to Putin, but Trump is too busy sucking Bubba's dick to even care. They just want as many wars as they can, and it's always to fuck with people.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, didn't I just read earlier today that they're not going to put out the Epstein files or whatever it said? Didn't I read something about that?
Shocker.
I saw some liberals kind of posting videos of the Epstein files. They apparently blocked out entire pages of the files. They censored entire pages of it, and then
Something about
like making fun
70%
of
was
it. Like,
redacted or something.
yeah,
I
it
did
was
see that.
redacted. Yeah, the great majority of the files that the Department of Justice released were redacted. So, yeah, I'm not surprised by that, which is why I didn't really touch it.
He was with Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein. Remember, people thought Noam Chomsky was great. We thought Noam Chomsky was a great guy, but it turns out no.
The Venezuelan defense minister vows to defend the homeland at any cost after Trump's blockade threat. Venezuelan Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez has said that Venezuela would defend the homeland at any cost. In response to President Trump's declaration that he's imposing a blockade on all sanctions leaving Venezuelan ports. We say to the U.S. government and its president that we are not intimidated by threats, Padrino Lopez said on Wednesday. The dignity of this homeland is neither negotiable or cowered by absolutely anybody. Padrino Lopez has also told State TV that the blockade violates the UN Charter, which the U.S. does not respect, by the way. For this reason, these actions amount to an open act of aggression. We are declaring this to the entire world, he says. The New York Times reported in the wake of Trump's threat, which he's issued on Tuesday night, the Venezuelan Navy began escorting tankers leaving Venezuela's ports. The U.S. attempts to seize another tanker that has a naval escort. It would lead to a direct clash between the U.S. and Venezuelan militaries. A report from the Associated Press, about 30 tankers under U.S. sanctions were navigating near Venezuela as of Wednesday, and sanctions was carried by 18% of Venezuela's international citizens this year. Also on Wednesday, Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez issued a statement rejecting President Trump's claim on Venezuela's oils and land. Venezuela, in its full exercise of international law that protects us, our Constitution, and the laws of the Republic, reaffirms its sovereignty over all natural resources, as well as the right to free trade in the Caribbean Sea and the oceans around the world, she said. His true intentions, which had been announced by Venezuela and the people of the United States in massive demonstrations, have always been to seize the country's oils, land, minerals through gigantic campaigns of lies and manipulation. So that's 100% correct, and unfortunately, it looks like we are like that close to war. And that if we thought that Iraq and Afghanistan was a quagmire, this would be so much worse because, first of all, it's on our own hemisphere.
This is the evidence right here.
Nothing. Discord's working, Indy. I mean, I can see it here in the chat. So, let's see. So, yeah, we are like so close to war that it's like I can't even imagine just how horrible. This is from Decolonized Journal, and Trump admits to election interference in Honduras and Chile. Donald Trump is attempting to
complain about the 2020 election.
Yeah, and he's interfering in elections all up and down Latin America, but that's okay. But as soon as somebody is doing but he's openly trying to the 2020 election. I was robbed. I was robbed. I didn't lose. Uh,
I
Donald
have
Trump
to,
has
I have to
attempted.
admit, Trump really has turned into a king. Really.
Donald Trump has attempted to sway many elections in both of his terms. The last two were much more overt. Let's see. According to the Department of State's rewards program, foreign electoral interference is broadly defined to cover foreign agents or governments influencing U.S. elections. The definition includes act way in election. Meanwhile, while the law doesn't apply to U.S. residents, it does highlight that President Donald Trump's admitted meddling in Honduras and Chile's elections the U.S.'s own definition. So the State Department has a definition. Donald Trump definitely did it. But we're above the U.S. presidents are above the law anyways, so it doesn't matter. His endorsements, his threats to cut funding agreements and end remittances, and he'll be held to pay if his candidates didn't win or qualify. Combined, the White House's actions result in open election interference. In the past, attempts to hide more efforts were common. Trump unwittingly shows us how it's done, casting doubts on the integrity of the elections weeks before they occur, which where the meddling Senate progresses to casting doubts about the results, and inevitably leads to electoral coup or a violent military overthrow of entire governments, which I think is probably going to happen in Honduras in particular. There's going to be some sort of military coup here. Trump's action during his first term exposed many of the strategies that have been employed
Wait,
for
can we
decades.
see what
Nothing
that was that we just
That's
saw?
a Teller Sword. That's a Teller Sword clip. I don't want to risk it because they do copyright pretty easily.
Okay.
I mean, Trump's actions during the first term, blah blah blah. Nothing in his previous administration did with John Bolton and Elliot Abrams at the helm was covert. Elliot Elliot Abrams especially is like this piece of shit. That once
And then
dictators
Joe
have been
Biden
down.
brought him back.
Yeah, Joe Biden hired him for his administration. So it's like, yeah, we hate Trump, but let's hire back a lot of his staff doing what he's doing in his first term. Instead, they raised many questions about the U.S. government trying to cast doubt in elections in other countries such as Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and beyond. With the help of that often repeats government statements about other nations with little or no validation. It makes those efforts much easier to disguise, and as noted under President Biden in the second term, Trump destroyed decades of propaganda efforts. The lies about Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, drug smuggling, manufacturer cartels, and making bilateral agreements with the world leaders with alleged ties to drug smuggling and releasing some of the most notorious drug smugglers in Latin American history. So one, Orlando Hernandez, by the way, that was the one that Trump released, even though he's a major drug lord in Honduras, and he turned Honduras into a narco state. But Trump released him because for reasons he's fascist, and he likes fascism, I guess. Let's see. Lies about Latin American Caribbean immigrants. Many so-called criminals have been taken into custody by Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE), and almost an insurmountable amounts of propaganda doesn't hold up to basic scrutiny. The quickness with which the U.S. came out in support of wholesale after Chile's election was notable, as it followed a broad support he had from Trump administration officials. It should also be noted that Cass is a avowed supporter of Augusto Pinochet, Chile's last dictator. His brother was a minister under Pinochet, and his father was a member of the Nazi Party. His policy agenda mimics that of Argentine President Javier Milei, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele, and Trump administration's anti-immigrant propaganda using identical rhetoric. Antonio Katz is just a blatant supporter of Augusto Pinochet and his regime. This is like a joke. I mean, how did this guy even remotely win this election? I don't know.
Or as a lot of us have been saying in the chats or in the X chats, we're living in a cartoon.
Yeah, but how the hell did this guy, when he's such a blatant supporter of Augusto Pinochet? The United States congratulates President-elect Casas of Chile on his electoral victory, reads the Department of State readout. Under his leadership, we are confident Chile would advance shared priorities to include strengthening public security, ending illegal immigration, and revitalizing our commercial relationship. The United States looks forward to working closely with this administration to deepen our partnership, promote shared prosperity in our hemisphere. In other words, basically, Chile, give us all your natural resources, and maybe we won't bomb you. That's what that means. Meanwhile, the threats against Latin American countries continue to mount after Paraguay agreed to allow U.S. troops into the country, which aims to threaten Colombia from the south, and which is referred to as status of forces agreement. The judgment is dubious, as Secretary of State Marco Rubio, little tiny hand Marco, attempted to defend it by suggesting the pact was to address terrorism that isn't quite terrorism. Let's see. Look
Terrorist.
at the fundamentals, blah, blah, blah. The transition of terrorist organizations are not ideologically terrorist in many cases, but they're financial and economic in their basis. But none are operating as terrorist organizations, threaten the stability and security of the region, Marco Rubio said, signing of the accord. Similarly, after Venezuela cut off fuel supplies to Trinidad and Tobago for assisting the U.S. in seizure of Venezuelan oil tanker, the island nation has agreed to allow the U.S. military to use its airports in the coming week. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, like most countries, does not represent its people any more than the U.S. government represents U.S. citizens, giving in to the U.S. as Guyana and several other countries have done, will lead to the dependence on the U.S. as it robs the region of its wealth. So when you ally with the U.S., especially if you're a Latin American country, just know that we're there to rob you. Like we don't care about actually being your ally and protecting you and like that. You agree to give us all your resources, and in exchange, maybe we won't bomb you. But if you elect a president that we don't like, we'll definitely bomb you. That's what that means. Uh, While many argue the shift to the right in appeasement of Trump, America is a sign of shifting politics in the region. What they're overlooking is the threat of force and the endorsement of far-right candidates that are being used to swing election and manipulate governments to side with the United States. What's happening in Latin America isn't as cut as dry as corporate media has bowed to Trump would suggest. To say the U.S. narratives about the region are legitimate without addressing the overt interference is not just dishonest, but outright disinformation. So yeah, looks like the U.S. is supporting supporter of Augusto Pinochet in Chile. They are supporting another right winger in Honduras, blatantly, by the way, which is a violation of international law. But as we established, the U.S. doesn't care about that. So let's see. We got F Israel in the chats. Ex-wife texted me I was a tiny dick little bitch.
Come on, man.
And everyone did it. Kurt Ball says Rubio wants to be the king of Latin America. That's not even hyperbole. I really did. Rubio really does want to control Latin America with his obsession with Cuba and Venezuela and Colombia. Colombia is a new one. They elected it.
Rubio doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, especially Rubio. I mean, he's not stupid. He knows exactly what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. So, so the one that's probably you can argue that is quote unquote stupid is Donald Trump, but he's just a patsy at this point.
You are the star of the show, Alex.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me share. Yeah, so
blood drinkers. Yeah. Oh my god.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Rubio worship Pinochet.
you read. Okay.
Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, I closed it. That's why. Hold on. So, yeah. So that's the thing. You know, we have, as far as I know, we're. Where is it?
Oh yeah. Angel, I'm sure you heard that that Emma Vigeland and Tom Piker are now supporting this Zionist, or I think it's Zionist running for a position of office. I'm sure you read something about that.
No, I haven't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because basically as long as they nominally count themselves as left wing, then they don't really care about anything else. Um, oh, this is pretty funny. I was gonna play it last week, but I ran out of time. Um,
The fuck
this is
is
a
wrong
show
with
and
Pete?
take the. Oh, come on. Nobody wants to see me or Alex with our shirt off, so let's
I
forget
guess
about
if
that.
if I have to be topless, so do you two.
Anyways, this is a show in Spain. Netanyahu was met in the middle finger salute during the broadcast. This is so this is in Spanish,
Oh
but you
yeah,
basically can
I
understand what's
saw
going
this
on
one.
here.
Yeah, I saw this one.
You did? You did see this?
Yeah.
Es que no sé si me estoy enterando. O sea, ¿este? Vale, pero yo lo puedo hacer con el...
O sea, estamos hablando de este gesto.
Yo creo que sí, este. Sí, ¿no?
Y se puede hacer con la
Con
izquierda.
este no me sale, pero era este,
Sale,
¿no?
mira cómo sale, mira cómo sale.
Se entiende.
¡Basta!
Con las dos.
A ver.
Con una o con la otra, da igual. Vale.
Con estos miembros es imposible hacer un programa. Os recuerdo que estamos trabajando. No tiene sentido que unos profesionales estén todo el día con este gesto.
No se puede.
Somos estrellas de la televisión, no urólogos.
Bueno, esto no hacer esto, no subirlo, no hacerlo.
Comienza el intermedio.
Yeah, this is like a comedy program in Spain. And clearly they are, if they're allowed to do this, I mean, there's no way this happens in the U.S. with any show here.
You wouldn't see that with the U.S. media.
No, you wouldn't see that in Saturday Night Live. You wouldn't see that in any show. If you did, they'd be fired. They'd be fired and ostracized for forever here, because
Just like
in
that.
Spain, they'd be gone.
This makes me wish that RT America was still around.
Yeah. Well, Joe Biden did.
Jesse Ventura,
sanctioned him.
the world according to Jesse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. They sanctioned him to hell. Joe Biden, which is why.
Hey everyone.
Which is why they don't exist anymore. So this guy here does videos, but they're like sarcastic, and they're supposed to be comedy based. So.
Oh, that guy was one of the criers after Kamala lost, I think.
Yeah, but it seems like this has to be sarcastic. Like, there's no way this guy's serious. I don't think he's serious. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is, but it's pretty funny though.
This is a message to the United States of America from the EU. If you do not rein in your little doggy, Mr. Musk, who seeks to undermine the EU every day with his empire of misinformation and lies, then you will face the most enormous financial consequences of all time.
Please tell me this is a parody.
Yeah, look at his profile.
It has to be.
Look at his profile.
It has to be. It's a parody and satire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I play it's hilarious. Like happy parody. It's like
of the US.
Trust me, Musk is a Zionist.
Yes. So what he's saying is he claims that the EU is going to dump all U.S. bonds and destroy the U.S. economy, which it would. But however, it also would destroy the EU's economy. It would destroy everybody's economy because most of the countries are connected to the U.S. anyway. So it's a horrible idea.
It will dump all of the U.S. bonds and crash your economy and destroy all of Mr. Musk's businesses overnight. There will be no Tesla. There will be no satellites, no boring companies, no SpaceX, no X.com. We will make sure that you pay the iron price. We are not afraid of you. Do you understand? We are the European Union, and we stand on our own 2 feet. We have innovation technology of our own. Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, BMW. We will fight the Russians on our own and win.
No, you won't.
We do not need a handout.
Yes, you do.
And we will not tolerate Mr. Musk's behavior anymore. Is that clear? The consequences could not be worse. Do not bite the tail of the bear. This is my final warning.
Warning.
Do not underestimate the European Union.
Union.
I thought that was one of the criers after Kamala, I guess.
No, he's like, he does parody videos like that. You know, it's obviously parody.
Someone who looks like him that did cry after Kamala.
It obviously parody. Church says crack does that to the innocent. Kurt also says follow the orders.
The orders.
The orders. Let's see.
You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
It's the bugs.
Talking about Augusto Pinochet. I'm not sure whether we played this last week. I don't think we did because I ran out of time. So this is Salvador Allende's final address because Pinochet's forces were about to invade the presidential palace, but he stayed and he fought them and he died. So he that was his last stand. So
we came, we saw, and he died.
Yeah, so let me. You guys can read. I think is it there? Yeah, you can read subtitles.
Esta será seguramente la última oportunidad en que me pueda dirigir a ustedes. La Fuerza Aérea ha bombardeado las torres de radioportales y radiocorporación. Colocado en un tránsito histórico, pagaré con mi vida la lealtad del pueblo. Tienen la fuerza, podrán avasallarnos, pero no se detienen los procesos sociales, ni con el crimen, ni con la fuerza. La historia es nuestra y la hacen los pueblos, trabajadores de mi patria, el capital foráneo, el imperialismo, unido a la reacción, creó el clima para que las Fuerzas Armadas rompieran su tradición. El mismo sector social que hoy estará en sus casas esperando con mano ajena reconquistar el poder para verse seguir defendiendo sus granjerías y sus privilegios. Trabajadores de mi patria, tengo fe en Chile y su destino. Superará otros hombres este momento gris y amargo donde la traición pretende imponer. Sigan ustedes sabiendo que mucho más temprano que tarde, de nuevo abrirán las grandes alamedas por donde pase el hombre libre para construir una sociedad mejor.
He could have escaped the country, but he stayed and fought and died in that presidential palace. So I just pressed. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Maduro thinks. Did I play this? I think I did. I gotta. No, probably not. Hold on. Let's see here. Thoughts? No. Here we go. Maduro thinks the U.S. deep state killed JFK, could the U.S. government, has Trump under assassination threats, and we expect them to trust a deal. So, Maduro makes a lot of claims here. Once again, it comes across as Maduro trying to exonerate Trump for any responsibility for this. Instead, putting it fully on Marco Rubio and the CIA, but Trump's still the president. He could nominally, try to stop this if he really wanted to. So, it's like he's trying not to, have Trump take the blame for this.
Ellos ponen una sonrisa de frente en su diplomacia por engaño, pero por detrás tienen el puñal. Y si les crees a su sonrisa, te descuidas, te volteas, te apuñalean. Así ellos han actuado casi 200 años, asesinando presidentes, asesinando líderes en el mundo, asesinando presidentes en Estados Unidos. John F. Kennedy. ¿Quién lo mató? El sistema. comprobado. Crearon lo que hoy se conoce un falso positivo, con un tal señor de apellido Oswald, eso es conocido, bien denunciado en un documental película llamada JFK, bastante documentado.
Wait, is he talking about Oliver Stone's JFK? That was a great movie, by the way. So if you haven't seen it, I
I
recommend
also
everybody
recommend
watch
the
it.
I also recommend the revisitation of the JFK, which Oliver Stone did like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But trigger warning, they do show like his body after. So trigger warning for
Yeah,
anyone who does watch it.
I've
Just be aware that they do
I've seen
show
it.
post mortem.
I've seen. Yeah, I mean he has like he has like the bully. You can see everything pretty much. So it's like,
Kennedy
but
lo
at the same time though, if you're not squeamish about that stuff, it's fine. But if you are, or if it's
Right, which
triggering
I
to you,
wasn't. So,
yeah.
like I said, trigger warning for those who can't handle that stuff. Don't watch it. But if you are not squeamish like that, I definitely recommend the revisitation, especially because we know now it was not Oswald. Oswald did not shoot our president. The FBI and CIA did.
Even Jesse Ventura and everybody tested his weapon to see whether it's possible to shoot like 4 or 5 shots in 8 seconds, and it's like it's
It's
impossible.
impossible.
Yeah.
It's literally
Jinx.
impossible with that shitty weapon.
I was disappointed in both Oliver Stone and Dennis Kucinich when they both came out in support for Joe Biden. But then after the term, I think they said they regret voting for him. So, yeah.
Look, no one's perfect. I mean, Oliver Stone done a lot of great work.
Except for Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect.
Except when he came back in 2002, he was a fucking joke.
Hey, shut up.
Well, you do that.
All right, let's.
He was not. He was getting his ball bearings back.
de Miami
Damn.
y lo mata la CIA porque él pensaba y estaba trabajando por acabar la guerra de Vietnam y por entenderse con Cuba y cesar el bloqueo y la agresión contra Cuba. De hecho, se conoce que el mismo día que lo matan, a la misma hora que se sabe la noticia, un 22 de noviembre de 1963, Fidel Castro estaba en Varadero, en una casa protocolar, y estaba conversando con un enviado especial del presidente Kennedy. Y le estaba entregando 2 cajas de puros, de habanos, para que se lo llevara de regalo, porque el presidente Kennedy le gustaba los puros cubanos.
What an irony. President Kennedy loves Cuban cigars, but he outlawed them himself during the embargo.
I mean, Kennedy was not a saint. Let's put it that way. He just, fortunately or unfortunately for him, he spoke out against what the rich wanted to do, which was 1, he didn't want to go to war with Vietnam, and 2, he wanted to give poor people health care. That's a big no-no to the rich community, and you see what happened.
Yeah.
Who was the president that like Kyle Kowinski and some others really talk about a lot, who they really liked? Who was
FDR.
FDR,
yeah. FDR, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no saint either. He actually got us into that thing with. He's the reason why Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. Because he also had sanctions against Japan.
Yeah, he put the sanctions against Japan. Japan desperately needed our oil to continue their war effort in China, and against the Soviet Union, which is why he knew if he did that, the Japanese would attack at some point, and he was right about that. And he let Pearl Harbor happen in order to justify our entrance into World War II. So,
correct.
Yeah, he was.
Well, a lot of people, a lot of poor people died.
Yeah, and on top of that, he did the Social Security Act, which was great, but black people were not eligible for Social Security. So again,
there's
these
always
lefties,
a silver lining.
These lefties don't tell you about that part. That black people weren't allowed to take Social Security at the time when he first passed it. So, So that would make FDR a massive racist, which is inconvenient towards their narrative.
FDR was in favor of segregation.
Yeah.
That's the other part that they lefties don't tell you.
And the excuse that they give is like, oh well, the Dixiecrats were pressuring him, and he wanted to be segregated, but he couldn't because of the Dixiecrats, which is total bullshit.
He's the fucking president.
Blatant lie.
Not to.
Yeah.
It's called executive orders. He could have put it in an executive order, and he didn't because he didn't give a fuck about black people.
Yeah.
Look what LBJ said about black people. I'm just saying. Look at what he said about them.
Yep. He used the N-word freely. So even though he gave the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, but that was purely politics because, the black, like Martin Luther King's and the Malcolm X's were around then, and, he had to surrender some rights to them. So that's why he did that. But
En ese momento entró uno de los asistentes del presidente Fidel Castro, el comandante Fidel Castro, creo que era primer ministro para entonces, y le dio la infausta noticia. Prendieron el radio y se enteraron de las noticias. El mismo día, a la misma hora, estaba Fidel recibiendo un enviado especial para conversar un plan de regularización de las relaciones. El sistema lo asesinó.
Lo mató.
Tiene un largo historial de asesinatos, golpes de Estado en el mundo y mucho dinero de por medio. Recientemente condenamos el intento de asesinato del expresidente Donald Trump y hay muchas dudas de quienes
he's talking about the attempted assassination of Trump, and treating that as a real thing, pretty much. That's what he's doing here. Like, we condemn the assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Did you see Kurt's comment?
Ew.
Oh wow.
I think he just does that for his wow factor, but that was a good one, Kurt. Yeah, I mean, that whole Trump thing was literally just, oh, well, I'm going to blade and make everyone. It's just like professional wrestling, guys. That's all Trump. There's a reason why Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why they're.
A ese tirador pararse ahí. Hay muchas dudas que se han expresado en Estados Unidos. Ahora están tratando de tapar eso. Así que ese imperio acostumbrado a la violencia, a los golpes de Estado, preparó un escenario sobre Venezuela.
Yeah. So,
All right, I gotta get off now. I'm gonna be leaving pretty soon to see my mom for Hanukkah. So,
okay.
Oh, hi to your mom and happy Hanukkah.
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah. You're about to wrap up in a few anyway.
Sorry.
Hanukkah.
I can talk.
I should be on tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing the show tomorrow.
Yeah, because I should be on at 9 Eastern. Hopefully, we're finally doing it this time.
Because Sunday I'm busy. I'm really busy. I didn't feel good on Thursday, so I didn't do any of my shows, and I really need to get back into my shows. So Sunday I'm really busy. So yeah, we need to do it tomorrow.
All right. So
yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
I gotta get off now. So
all right, we're gonna wrap up anyways in a few.
Happy Hanukkah to your mom.
Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, Alex is gone. Hopefully, he'll be with us tomorrow. Yeah. So we're actually wrapping up at 9 today. I know that's rare lately. We've been going way past 9, but
yeah, what the hell?
Uh-huh.
I mean, usually we go to. I told my son, I was like, "Oh, mommy will be done about 9:30 ish." Depends on if Angel and I want to talk, and mommy wants to yell. He knows mommy yells a lot.
So yeah, hope everybody. Wait, why? Hold on. There we go. Seems like I was kind of like that for some reason. Yeah, so we're at 13 likes this week, so I guess we're not getting to anywhere near 40.
No topless witchy this week, guys. You didn't make it to 40 likes. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean we are pretty much because I know Christmas is around the corner, so a lot of people like tune out of politics and stuff, which I understand. I mean, so I wasn't really that surprised that engagement is good in the chat, but it's like I was. Oops, what was that? I was preparing like, oh, we probably get less views this week, and especially next week. Next week we're doing the show day after Christmas, so what are the chances anybody watches? But we'll see. Maybe people will watch.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
please watch, like, subscribe, like I said, and maybe
yeah.
tickle that little bell so that you get notified. Hopefully you get notified. But like, I'm a woman of my word. If we get 40 likes, I will be on topless and we'll try to do it as best we can for YouTube, right? So 40
Yeah,
likes,
we
guys.
got
We
it.
got to get the 40 likes.
So
No
yeah,
tits
so I'm gonna
today.
go. I'm probably gonna go and watch the Jake Paul fight now because I'm sure it's on right now.
Oh,
So
I might do my well, I might do my one show. So, I'd like to have you on sometime on my tarot show, or at least we could record one where I do a tarot reading for you. Also, guys, if you would like your own tarot reading, I am starting to do personal ones again. Just check it out, and not in the description file or description, but if is my witchy or not is my tarot channel in the description?
um, it probably isn't because
Okay.
your other channels are, but
So if you go to my if you go to YouTube, or I'm also on Rumble. If you go to YouTube or Rumble, just look up Mrs. Witchy Perfect's Tarot and follow me and subscribe. And if you would like your own tarot reading, I am offering them again because I'm starting to get more time, but I may not have. So get them while they're hot. It is $35 per question, and details, guys. I will ask Angel. I did a tarot reading for him the other day about
yeah.
his moving situation, and was spot on. I did one for Kit, which was spot on. So get your readings today if you can. Again, just look up Mrs. Witchy Perfect's Tarot on YouTube and on Rumble, and follow me. Make sure that you get your it does in my description field. It does have all the information. You can send money by PayPal or Cash App. But also, if you do it by Cash App, just let me know your question. If it does have a notes field, I think it does have a notes field. So
Yeah,
just
Cash
ask your
App.
question in there. PayPal, I know, has a question or like a little notes tab. So make sure that you're getting in your questions if you can. But I'd like to have Angel on and do a recorded, tarot just for him.
Yeah.
Because I got some new decks. I actually got this. I
Okay.
just want to show this real quick. I actually got this fortune teller deck, and it's really, really
Okay.
cool. Like I just pulled one out. A magical moment will change everything. Be ready. So be ready, guys. Something magical is going to happen. What that is, I don't know. You'll have to figure it out. You'll have to find out. But yeah, if you'd like that, also please continue to retweet and watch my wrestling show. That's what I'm going to do on Sunday, because I'm not sure what they're going to do. There's some stuff on Peacock that says, oh, in 13 days this won't be here anymore, but it's stuff I don't
Yeah.
really. I've been kind of waiting for them to do wrestling challenge, but they only have 86 and 87. I'm trying to we do 88 and 89, but they haven't.
Yeah,
So
that's the issue is a lot of that's disappearing off Peacock at the end of
I've
December.
heard that
So
it's probably going to go to Netflix. I don't know.
yeah, most likely because they already had to deal with Netflix, so they're probably gonna stick it there.
So
Unless they're looking to sell it another platform, which is
I hope
that's the
not.
case. Another issue. Because hey, they'll make more money, but ultimately it'll hurt the fans. Who wants to get another platform just to get the old stuff?
I
You
mean,
know.
I would, but that's just me.
Well,
So
hopefully they stick it on Netflix, make everybody's life easier. But
yeah, and I would get it for free because I kind of use my neighbors, but
all
but
right,
it's to help me out, and that I don't have to freaking pay for this, that, and the other thing.
yeah.
But catch us tomorrow. We're going to be talking pro wrestling all the time. So everybody remember to suck a dick.
Hmm.
Remember, everybody suck
So,
that dick and suck it good.
so yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up now. My name is Angel Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We're gonna see you next week, the day after Christmas, for Angel in the Afternoon, episode 140. Hopefully, I'm gonna talk to Dave and see he can make it. Most likely, he told me won't be to after the holidays, which is fine. But I'll talk to him about it. Maybe he can make it, but most likely he can't because he's probably be with family. But I digress. Hopefully he can make it. Maybe Bill can make it again. Haven't he's back on social media now. So
I'll
yeah,
be there.
see you, everybody.
I have no life.
Yeah,
I
me
also have
neither.
no
That's
son.
why. That's why
Well,
I'm
I have
doing the
my son
show, even
for
though.
I have my son for the 24th and 25th, but then he goes with his dad, so the 25th and 26th. So I will be without a son, so I will be on the 26th.
Yeah, well, I don't have much of a life either, which is why, I continue doing the show because I got nothing better to do, and we need content. Because I don't know if anybody else is streaming next week. Because I know Colin went on vacation, he's gone, so INN News is not going to happen. I'm not sure what Indy's going to do on Tuesday with his show. So yeah, pretty much I'm if Indy doesn't do the show either, most likely I'm the only one streaming next week. So well, we'll see. We'll see what
Well, come
happens
and
there.
see us and bug us,
Yeah.
Like I said, 40 likes, baby, and Mrs. Witchy goes topless. Tastefully.
So yeah. Then yeah, that's the key. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe, and